This is Carol, and this is part 2 of our spring in the Appalachian Mountains. Today I am going to show you a quick update on what we saw last time. If you haven't seen part 1, you need to go check it out so you can see the progress. Well, first of all, me and my sweetie planted a nice little rose bush a couple of weeks back as a symbol of our love, and it is thriving. No surprise there. So let's go. And you remember our rose bush from our last episode? Well, now we have some beautiful roses. Dakota, you want to smell? Come here. Smell. Smell. Oh, now you won't do it. You come over here and you smell them every day, and now you won't do it. You just want to complain. Come on. Well, now you won't do it. And here's our ash, as you can see. Same plant from one, but we have a wonderful update. The poison ivy is thriving. And our southern magnolia is starting to bloom. Oh, it smells so good. As I promised, this is our willow oak. And as you can see, it has canopy down to the ground. And it's really full and beautiful. We're going to go inside and show you what it's like inside the canopy. Now, if you can look up, you can see this is a 100-year-old oak tree. And it does this every year. Here underneath, it's nice and cool. A nice place to relax and get out of the Georgia heat. As promised in part 1, today we're going to look at the south side of the property, starting with this wonderful pecan tree. What southern yard would not be complete with a pecan tree? Every time I look at it, I think of all the pecan pies I'm going to bake. Well, as you can see, we are in front of a patch of wildflowers. All kinds, little wild daisies, little purple flowers, yellow flowers, and clover. But the most exciting, if you can see right over there, that big patch of white, those are blackberries. That's a blackberry bush that we've let grow up, so we can have fresh blackberries whenever we want them. Well, not whenever, but when they grow. Well, you see, the big dog decided to bring me over here to see the oyster mushrooms. As you can see, these mushrooms are growing on wood. Now, that means the most likely they're not poisonous. And now, I do want to tell you, I'm not telling you to eat mushrooms that you see growing in wood, but I am telling you, do not eat mushrooms that you see growing in the dirt. And oh, wonderful! We have some more poison ivy. And a little poison oak. And here we have another willow oak, also called a pin oak in these parts because of the long leaves. I can't wait to see this one grow up as big as my 100-year-old oak tree. Well, hello again. We've gone out into the woods in our backyard, and we have found a mulberry bush, which is starting to grow the mulberries. Now, these berries are very edible, and they look like bigger versions of the blackberry. They're nowhere near ripe yet, but they're starting to form. Birds love them. Well, here we see some sassafras. Now, for those of you who don't know what sassafras is, it is not another way to cover up a cuss word. It is the root that they make root beer out of. Well, that they used to make root beer out of. They don't use it anymore because of some stupid government rule. Now it's fake, but it makes a really good tea. Now also you can see here some animal has been chewing on this tree. We'll see more of this. They've either been chewing or clawing, I'm not sure, but we'll see more of this throughout the woods. Now here is Dakota. She's the most wild animal in the woods right now. But last night, or some night previous, you can see here all of the grass laid down. Well, that happens when families of deers come to sleep. And they just lay and curl up together in a group. And this is a baby tulip poplar. Very nice tree. It'll grow up and there'll be beautiful flowers on it. But you probably won't get to see them because the squirrels will get to them before you can even look at them. But that's what this is. We'll show you a teenager here in a minute. As promised, here is the teenage tulip poplar. You can tell what it is by the nice, straight, smooth trunk and these big, distinctive leaves. Okay, this is a persimmon tree. Now, this is a wild persimmon, so it's not going to be the same big persimmons that you get in the grocery store. But the funny thing about this is that when a nice big wind comes and blows, it'll knock the fruit down and they'll lay on the ground and ferment. Well, when that happens, the raccoons and the possums like to eat them and they get drunk. So you'll see raccoons and possums just stumbling around in the yard looking sick and like they're dying. They're not, they're just drunk. Go figure. Well, as you can see right here, there's a lot of honeysuckle and it's starting to bloom. I love honeysuckle. But we don't need to forget that this is elderberry. I'm sure you've heard about it. Elderberry wine. Well, this is going to fill out with a lot of red berries, and I'm just excited about the honeysuckle myself because it smells so good. I wish this was smell-o-vision. Well, we can see here what happens when these critters just keep gnawing or clawing or whatever they've done to this poor tree. And you can see the aftermath there. Eventually, they just take them down. This is another 100-year-old oak. It's not a willow oak. You can see the leaves and how they're different. But it is a water oak or a red oak. It's not going to canopy like the other one, but it is quite full. And it does give good shade. Okay, this is another nut tree. Not sure what kind, maybe a hazelnut. And we also have another one there. And here we have the coveted puppy flower. She's a puppy flower. Nobody can cultivate a flower that pretty. Well, this is another nut tree. Again, don't know what kind, but it does have nuts on it, so I guess I'll find out this year. And this will be the last thing that we're going to show you on the south side of the property today. We will pick this up on the west side in the next video. Thank you. Bye-bye.